my name is Julian Camarena.
And I'm Adrian Camarena, and today we have a very special guest, Mel Garcia, a radio legend and a stand-up comedian. How are you doing today, Mel?
Good. The only one here not related to you guys. Yeah, I'm doing good.
Yeah, the only one here not related.
You can be an honorary Camarena today if you want.
I would feel honored to do that. Because, you know, there's enough Garcias out there.
So, what did you get into first? Radio or stand-up?
Roberta, I think. Oh, sorry. Radio. Actually, I started as a punk doing radio at Kaylas talk when Howard Stern was there. So that's what, and what happened was I started going into KLA, the radio oldies show, and then they went talk. So I ended up getting a talk show on that. It was called Radioheads. And then, you know, you'd run into all the comedians and I'd start booking them, and then we'd start hanging, and they go, you know, I can cuss, right?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
That motherfucker's funny, you know? So it's like, why don't you write for some stuff for me? And that's how it started, you know? And I've been having fun.
And then since then, you've been involved in all sorts of different things.
Music, yeah, it's, you know, I write, so it's like sometimes it's music, sometimes it's laughter, sometimes it'll make you cry, you know? But, you know.
Ever made anybody cry?
More than I should have. Oh, great, now give me a complejo. Let's go. Yeah.
And now you're at Kaylas 95.5.
Kaylas 95.5. We've been there for 5 years with Fraser Smith, the Late Ash Show, and we have a great following. Having a lot of fun. You know, you were a guest. You did brilliant. Yeah.
And you have what is it? 500,000 viewers.
Listeners. They can't.
Or listeners.
Yeah.
Listeners. Yeah. It's because I'm in the video.
Some of them can't see us, but you know, they got their own problems.
How's it working with Fraser Smith?
You've been working with him for a while, right?
Yeah, you know, I have known, you know, it's like an old marriage. You know, I can finish his sentences. I know where he's going, what you know, what's up for him. So it helps a lot, you know, because it creates a very creative environment.
Yeah.
You know, because
got some nice synergy going.
Right. You know, you know what's going to piss him off or not piss him off, or what he's going to enjoy. So it didn't sound right at all. But yeah.
what pushes his buttons?
I'm going to stop. Yeah, it's going in the wrong direction completely.
So you write music and you write stand-up? Or jokes?
And a couple of screen, but I've written for a couple television shows. I had one record out. It was called Half-Hearted Love. It made it to number 5. I didn't sing it, I just produced and wrote it. Ironically, I don't play an instrument or I can't sing, but I was able to, I come up with melodies and lyrics, and it works. So it was this guy named Norman Dozier. It went to number 5 in the dance charts on Billboard. And then it was on an independent label, and they wanted some little more money to make it jump over, and we didn't have it, so you can still find the record on Google. But anyway, yeah.
How's your writing process when it comes to like writing jokes or writing? You
know, it's so weird. Jokes are a lot of times are more reactionary for me. Like we'll be talking and I'll say something and it was hilarious, and then I'll remember it and I'll incorporate that because I already know it worked. Because the people that I was standing around are usually the hardest crowd, you know, there is. And if they really genuinely laughed at something you said spontaneously, it's like, I better mark that down, I better keep that.
Do you feel that your writing process for whether you're writing a script or you're writing comedy for someone else, that applies to, because you do stand-up as well yourself?
Right, well see, when I'm writing for someone else, it's almost like they become a character to me. And it's like you follow them and you watch them so much, they are a character, so it doesn't cross over to what you're gonna do because...
So you're thinking about their character and then
you're like, just in the same way you're writing a script and you become that character as you're writing him, the comedian, Paul, you know his idiosyncrasies, his timing, and after I wrote for him, you know, a couple years, I started fucking talking like him. You know, it's like, I never used that word before, what the fuck am I doing now?
Yeah, you know? So you've written for Paul Rodriguez for quite a while, right?
Yeah, I did. We wrote for, I was with him for quite a while.
So just toying around.
Did a lot from all the commercials, and he's a great guy, Superman, and no, you know, a super person, you know, even though he is Republican now. But,
so I see that you're really just, am I getting this right? You just started getting back into actually going on stage.
Right. You know, I did, because, you know, when I'm talking about when I write music, music is usually when I'm going through something. It's like more of a an outlet, a therapy, because it's more the heartache, the hardship, the heart, or when you're stupid in love kind of shit. That's when I write music. But
that's Julian.
Yeah. I gotta give you a couple songs maybe. A lot of that happened because I could cheek so many comedians. After a while, they start going, "Well, you fucking get up there."
Yeah. It's like, okay,
and
sure.
I did comedy early on in my career, and I really didn't like the traveling. We talked about that earlier. I didn't, either you were involved in some debauchery or loneliness in the room, and somehow debauchery always won. So it's like I think And
should I spend the evening with these girls, or should I spend it by myself?
It's like the husband's going, "I'll video you doing my wife," or something. He's like, I don't want to play. Because I just don't want to play. It's like, I hope that's the cat. You know what I'm saying? yeah. So, and a lot of it was too, I take care of my 88-year-old pops, and he just started dating. And it was like, became therapy for me to get on stage and talk about it, He comes to me, I lost my mom about 10 years ago, and he comes up to me, he goes, I think I'm gonna start dating. I go, "Pops, you sure?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "If I can't cut the mustard, I'll just lick the jar." It's not as bad as you think, brother.
So going to radio, since you've been in radio for such a long time, how has it kind of changed and evolved over the years?
Well, it's changed drastically because terrestrial radio has almost become a dinosaur. But in Los Angeles, because of the traffic.
Yeah,
people so isolated in their cars.
Yeah.
Radio, terrestrial radio is still very, very popular.
Yeah,
here.
that's true.
It's just there's certain markets it's not going to go away from.
Yeah. I mean, radio is definitely.
It's not where you're gonna find music. That for the first time, no one's going to introduce the song to you on radio. Everybody plays their music in their own fashion, in their own, on their own device. So. It's right now it's the 35 and up, or the people that are listening to it because they like the stories. They like because I find a lot of younger people are really turning to old rock and roll.
I think with music, a lot of the people they listen to whatever their parents played while they're growing up, and they get used to it.
Right.
I mean, like when I was a kid, my parents played the Beatles, and then I got into Billy Joel, and I listened to him all the time. He's one of my favorite singers.
To me, I truly believe that's part of your education and the responsibility as a parent to teach them good music. Otherwise, they're going to be out there listening to Spice Girls or something.
So now kids, when their parents are going to be like, showing people mumble rappers and stuff, their kids are going to grow up on that.
Out of the new music that's out there, what do you appreciate besides what you're doing? Do you like One Republic? Do you like?
In terms of music that I really like, I mean, I love Drum Republic. I think Ryan Tedder is a great songwriter and stuff.
Yeah.
And he writes for a bunch of people too.
Well, he has that Good to Be Alive. Is that him by himself too, or who does Good to Be Alive?
Not sure.
Yeah.
But I know, and I used to listen to Rob Thomas a lot too, and I know his piece came out with some new stuff.
Oh yeah. I was a big Matchbox 20 fan.
Yeah. Actually, they were my first concert I ever went to was Matchbox 20.
I don't know why we have to be closeted and talk about that in secrecy, because
I love
all the rockers
Matchbox
would look down at you like, you like
yeah, because they're kind of
20?
like soft rockish a little bit, soft rock pumpish, but it's nice. I mean, it's nice music.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. I love what he did with Santana too.
Me too.
Rocks like Desire.
The smoother song's great. So in terms of your guests, what are some of your favorite guests that you've had on your radio station? I know you love all your guests, but I'm sure there's some few.
Like Weird Al coming in was.
Oh, you've had Weird Al.
Yeah, he was just a blast. Dane Cook, George Lopez.
You had Cheech and Chong, I believe.
Tommy comes in a lot.
Tommy.
We love Tommy. Tommy is one of our faves and a regular. Patrick Warburton a lot.
Does Tommy Chong actually talk like that?
No, he is a brilliant man. He truly is. And his stories are fascinating. They're brilliant. It's like, and he's been through a lot advocating marijuana. He's actually done time.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. That's why he took a break from that '70s show for a while.
Well, yeah, that's when you got to go to jail. That's what happens.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a break.
Actually, I know the story. It was sort of difficult for him to do the '70s show because. Used to being the director, used to be in the star, and he was just a bit player, and then he got comfortable with it. And then he asked for more money, and they said no. So
what's your plan for moving forward? Are you more into stand-up or?
Well, right now I actually have an animated feature that I wrote, and like Patrick Warburton, looking at Cristela Alonso and Ken Jeong to do some of the voices on it. Also working on, I'm a cartoon. Everything I learned in my life I got from cartoons. So also working on a remake of Beanie and Cecil. I'm sure you guys have no idea. Bob Clampett, the guy who created Tweety and Daffy Duck and Porky Pig, he left Looney Tunes and created this show in the 60s because he was a breaking the fourth wall kind of guy. And Chuck Jones didn't like that. So he went on his own and he created this, and we're going to try to bring it back. So
that's cool. Have you ever done voiceover for any characters before?
Here and there, well, especially for radio, you're doing a lot. You do a lot.
Yeah. Oh, it's all voice.
Oh yeah, it's all voice. But like for animated characters, I'm sure that'd be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, you know, and especially when you guys who have distinct voices, like a Patrick Warburton, you know, or
like George Lopez or something.
Yeah.
He was in Rio, I think, as one of the birds.
Well, Jeff Garcia does a lot of. I mean, he is just known for his animated voices at this point. You know, he was Sheen on Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah.
And he got only Latino to get a spin-off on his own.
Oh really?
Planet Sheen.
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So
I don't think it lasted too long, or did it?
That wasn't the point. The point was he got a spin-off.
Let's get that part out.
No, we gotta keep that. Jeff, that was for you, bro.
It was very nice having you today.
I am honored to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us today, man.
All right.
Thank you,
Thanks, Mel.
Thank you. Until next time, guys. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, you should. Distract all the cameras.
Hey guys, thanks for watching The Camarena Show.
And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single episode.